So welcome back everyone, Mike here. It is Friday morning and I took the day off of work today. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend, although it did rain most of the night last night again, so everything's pretty wet right now. So this morning I'm just kind of tinkering around here, getting everything ready to go for the weekend. You know, fueling everything up, greasing everything, sharpening chainsaw chains, all that kind of stuff. But it looks like, you know, the sun's trying to peek through right now, so maybe this afternoon I'll at least get some mowing done. And then I need to get out. All my trails are all jacked up with trees down across them. I need to do some brush hogging out there on some trails. Just all sorts of things. I want to get some firewooding in. But anyway, also we got a little surprise for the RK24, and I think we've decided on a name for that. I appreciate all the comments in that video there. We were asking for a name for the RK24. I will share that at the end of the video. I'm going to go back through the comments one more time. And there's many good suggestions there, and but we'll come up with a name today for the RK24, and there's going to be a little surprise on the RK24 as well. So anyway, I'm going to get started here and kind of get everything ready to roll here for the weekend, and hope to get a lot done. See you in a bit. So check these out. Chestnuts. They are Chinese chestnuts, and I call these ones the early fallers. They'll get bigger than this. These are the ones that are kind of opening up already and dropping on the ground. But it's a huge year. It's a bumper crop year for these things. We have probably, I don't know, 20 of these chestnut trees kind of spread out over an acre or two around the house. And deer will walk past anything to get to one of these chestnuts. They just love these things. But anyway, on the tree they come in this thing. If you notice, I've got my finger inside of it. It's the only way you can hold it. These things are so prickly. That's what protects the nut till it opens up. But there's millions of these things this year. I'd like to try to collect, you know, a couple 5-gallon bucketfuls of them at least. But you have to be there before the deer. I mean, there's times where I'm mowing, I'll make a pass near a chestnut tree, the deer will run in the woods. As soon as you go to the other side of the yard, they come out and they'll start eating these things again. But they're, this time of year, all the deer come around the house in the evenings. They love these things. I can juggle. But anyway, weather like we're having right here, right now, I could handle this year round. It is just an absolutely perfect day. I mean, there's no clouds in the sky. It's nice and cool, no humidity, no wind, just perfect day. I spent the day just kind of getting organized. I also did some mowing, ran a string trimmer some, switched some attachments, sharpened some chainsaw chains, just kind of a whole bunch of little stuff, kind of getting ready for the weekend. But earlier today, I had a visitor came by, and they're from Rural King, and they brought me a couple things for the RK24, and I'm pretty excited about it right now. I'm pretty sure you have an idea what it is, since you already saw the thumbnail of this video. So I'm going to take Big Red here back up to the house, and I'll bring the RK24 down and show you what I got. So this is the RK by Top Dog granite grapple for the RK24. Just trying to see how wide this is. I think it's about 54, 55 inches. Yeah, it's about 55 inches wide. Opens about 37 inches. It is, it's very heavy duty. Now this grapple weighs in a little over 200 pounds, I think. I'm anxious to see how it does on this RK24. I know I did a video before on what would this tractor lift. I think you saw that. I had the bucket on, you know, with a full bucket, heaping bucket of 1.5 inch crusher run, like 2A limestone. So I think you can comfortably lift with this tractor with the backhoe on the back or some sort of ballast, probably around 900 or 1,000 pounds. So with this grapple weighing about a little over 200, you know, I think the bucket itself probably weighs 100 pounds. So you're maybe a little over 100 pounds more than the bucket. I think you could probably pick up 600 or 700 pounds pretty comfortably. I can't say for sure though until I use it. We'll know here this weekend. I think this is going to be a really neat little setup for working in the woods, you know, clearing trails, things like that, because it's going to be so maneuverable on this little tractor. Also got this thumb here for the backhoe. It's not a hydraulic thumb, it's a mechanical thumb, but it's adjustable. It'll be nice for picking up logs or you know, pieces of pipe or little, you know, rip-rap boulders, things like that. Should work pretty well for that. So we'll be trying that out as well. So this grapple was designed for the RK24. They also have a 60-inch grapple and the 72-inch. I have the 72-inch on the RK37. I think it was probably designed for the 55, but you can use it on either or. The RK37 handles it very well. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this grapple or how the tractor handles it because I have no idea at this point. But hopefully later in the weekend things will dry up some more out in the woods. I think this is going to be a really neat setup for, you know, clearing limbs and brush and multiflora rows and things like that. And I'll be anxious to kind of try it out and see what size logs I can pick up. You know, it'd be nice if it would pick up, you know, 8-10 inch diameter or like 12-14 inch diameter logs, 8 or 10 feet long. That's a lot of weight for a tractor this size, but we'll see how it does here later this weekend. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this grapple. It should work pretty well. A nice addition here, and I'll be using it quite a bit. If you watched earlier this summer, I did a trail build where I went from here, and the intent was to go from here down to the new property that we bought. Never made it that far. It kind of wandered off in a different direction, but it all worked out. But up across the flat part up on top, I think I'm going to take this thing out there maybe Sunday afternoon. It should be dry enough, and just kind of start blazing a trail with this. Between the little backhoe on the back and the grapple on the front, you know, I can dig little stumps out, clear fallen trees, things like that, and it should work pretty good. So we'll be trying that. You can expect to see that in an upcoming video. Now earlier in this video I mentioned about the name for the RK24. Well, I went back through the comments, and I'm telling you what, there's a lot of really good names. My mind was kind of made up, but some guys really came up with some good stuff. So what I would like to do is this. I'm going to pick kind of the top 4 names that I like most, and then in the comments below let me know which one it is, and that will be the name of the RK24. So the 4 names that I kind of like the most are Rudy, that's a good one, Red Bull, Buster, that's pretty cool, and I have to say my favorite is Sherman. And I think there's only one guy that mentioned Sherman, but think about that, you know, Sherman Tank, that's a pretty cool name for the RK24, but it's totally up to you. So in the comments below, let me know whether it be Buster, Red Bull, Sherman, or Rudy, and we will forever call the RK24 whatever name you come up with. But anyway, like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, click subscribe, and share them with your friends. Thanks.